All right, good morning. What I want to do today is just show you how to navigate the LMS, the Learning Management System. That's Canvas. You were at Concord last year, you've used Canvas before, but depending on who your teacher was, maybe you've used it a lot, maybe you haven't used it very much. And so I'm going to have some different activities for us to do to kind of get used to using Canvas. But I want to kind of give a very quick overview for how to use this. I actually just made another video that ended up being about 12 minutes long, a little too long. But I am going to post that on here if you really want a longer version or if your parents want to see it. But this shorter one should hopefully give you an idea. And then you'll get really comfortable with Canvas as we go. So for your on your Chromebooks, Canvas is already linked through your Chromebooks as a bookmark, and so it should be up here on the top for a lot of you. If it's not, we do have this website right here, concord.instructure.com, and that gets you to your courses as well. I can always have I can project that for you in class, but for I think all the computers, it is already built in as a bookmark for you. So when you get to my page, open up the world history page, this is what you're going to see. And a lot of our pages, mine's very Harry Potterish, obviously, but all of the pages kind of have this similar format with these buttons right here, and with some contact down here. That's probably more for your parents than for you. But to get through our class here, we'll kind of look at these individually throughout the year. It's going to get us started. But to get to the actual content to do the coursework and get a good grade in my class, you're going to do course content. And then that's going to show you all these different topics that we have throughout the year. And so we have 13 different topics. I have a section down here for extra credit. And I'll kind of, work you through this as we go. There's a lot here. Don't let it overwhelm you. So just to kind of give you a better picture of what like a module will look like, these topics take you to an overview page that have multiple lessons broken down. And we're going to talk about modules a lot. That basically just is kind of a topic that I want you, or I guess it's a lesson, I should say this. These are our topics. So the topic of geography is built with lots of different smaller lessons, and those lessons are kind of the key components I want you to master to truly understand geography. So topic two, if I click on that, that gives me the overview page I was just referencing, and you can see our first three lessons: continents and oceans, tectonic plates, and hemispheres. And as we go, there'll be more on there because there's a lot in geography we have to look at. So when I click on continents and oceans, that's going to take me to this module. It's going to be right, based here. It takes me right to the one I need. And you can see there's lots of different things within here. Okay. Now, a lot of these things, like some of these things are just headers, they're just text headers, nothing you have to do. So don't let those freak out. Like this link here, what are should do activities, it's just a poster to kind of remind you what those things are. So not everything on here is an actual task you have to do. Your big thing that you'll want to do is kind of like your tracker, because as you work, I want you to be able to see where am I truly at. You're going to be able to do a lot more as an individual student, not always having to wait for the whole class to move on. So you need to see where you're at. So I want to call that a roadmap, and that's your personal tracker. Now it's not loaded in here correctly yet because I had to change it, but I have it open over here, so I'll just show you what that looks like. But this is my continents oceans. It's the module roadmap. Kind of have my RV here, my map. I'm going on a road trip, and I'm going to have the different lessons you have to do. Now, once the school year starts officially, I'm recording this in the summer, but I'll have some due dates here for you so that you know, kind of suggested to kind of stay on track where you when they have those done, and you can click on them when they're done so that you can really track yourself and say, where am I at? And so you can see you have some things that you must do, like you have to have this to pass the module. There's some things you should do, and we'll kind of talk about what that means and what things mean to aspire to. But this is to kind of help keep you on track. And as you go through our module, everything that you go through, you're going to have directions, you're going to have videos, you're going to have links. And so you really want to make sure that you're following along, reading all the directions, and not just trying to skip through and just start. You want to make sure you know what you're doing. And as you progress through the LMS or through Canvas, if you're on a page and you're ready to go on to the next one, you click next, and the next thing will load. Okay. And so, same thing. I'm going to go through all this, read the directions. When I'm ready, I'm going to click next, and that's going to keep me going through my lesson of continents and oceans. Okay. Couple other things. If you are on a page and don't remember exactly where you're at, and you want to get back to the modules, you can go back to the home page and do everything. Or I do have modules available for you to click on. The nice thing about this is it just takes you to modules. But the bad thing about it is then you have to remember which module you were on. And as we go through the school year, there's going to be a lot. So it depends on how you process information, how you best want to get there. But you can always hit modules and kind of get back to the one you were looking at, and you can click individually on any of these links. Okay. You usually have to click right on the words themselves, like not just over here at the side, but right on the links themselves. I also have an announcement section where there might be weekly announcements, maybe daily announcements, and so you might want to check those out. Sometimes I have like a little trivia and a way to earn some candy if you check that out. You can also use the inbox to message me if you'd want, or you can also use Gmail, and we'll talk about that. That's kind of a separate conversation. So hopefully this makes some sense, gives you an idea of how the LMS or how Canvas is operating, and shows you that there's a lot of information on here that you have at your fingertips to make sure that you are successful. Okay.